Again, thank you so much for joining, and feel free to put any questions in the chat and we can get to them as soon as we're able to. And I'm gonna send it over to Victoria.
Everybody, thanks for coming. My name is Vic. I am the coordinator for Commuter Student Services and Off-Campus Living. And this presentation is your Commuting to Campus roadmap. So here we go, we'll get started. First things first, what is a commuter student? What does that mean? So essentially anybody who does not live on campus is kind of by default a commuter student. That can look different for everybody, whether you're local, in-state, out-of-state, international, whether you live at home with your family, whether you rent off campus, maybe you own a home off campus, et cetera, that would qualify you as a commuter. The Stony Brook population is actually made up of about 50% commuter students. That's about half the undergraduate population, so it's a really huge group of people. Commuter students are super engaged. They're really involved in academics. They're involved in research. They're super invested student leaders. It's a really diverse group of people with a lot of different backgrounds and life circumstances, and our goal as a department is to make you feel as seen and supported as humanly possible by the university as a whole and faculty and staff. So this is the Commuter Student Services and Off-Campus Living mission statement. I'll go ahead and just read that to you quickly so you can get a sense for kind of who we are as a department. So Commuter Student Services and Off-Campus Living is committed to offering support, programming, resources, and outreach targeted towards students who do not reside on campus. We orient commuter students to Stony Brook University and the local community and provide them with the tools they need to be successful both on and off campus. We seek to help you, the commuter student, become an active participant in campus life so that your experience at Stony Brook is truly satisfying and enriching. So this is just a little snippet of the programming and outreach that we do as a department. This is definitely not an exhaustive list, but just a little peek into what we do. One of our most popular events is the drive-in movie. Usually that happens twice a year. There's one in the fall and one in the spring. Usually get a pretty big crowd for that. It's a super fun event. There's like free popcorn and, you know, everybody kind of gets together in the community. It's not even just students. They bring their family and friends and, you know, people around the community. It's really cool. We have Commuter Appreciation Week, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a week dedicated to us showing our appreciation for commuter students. So there will be like fun giveaways, raffles, some tabling events. Usually we'll be giving out breakfast and stuff like that. During our commuter connections, that's another big one. We'll usually be outside handing out bagels. So, you know, who doesn't love free bagels? We've had virtual trivia nights in the past. We do off-campus fire safety initiatives, and the list goes on. So I would definitely recommend up in this right-hand corner here, download the Cork app. It is the same thing as SB Engaged. It's just in a mobile format. And with this, you can pull up a QR code that you can use to check into events so that we can keep track of attendance. A little bit more on that. We have the newsletters that go out a few times throughout the semester. We have the Stony Brook Student Life Campus Connect Commuter Edition. It's directed toward commuter students. We also have the non-traditional student and adult learner newsletter targeted toward those folks. In the upper right-hand corner here, you'll see our Instagram handle. That's at SB Commuters. I definitely would recommend giving a follow and keeping track of all the cool stuff that we have going on throughout the year. We'll post, you know, different reels and stories and interactive stuff on our Instagram. So definitely check us out. So diving more into the off-campus living side of things, on our website, stonybrook.edu/off-campus living, you have access to these resources here. You can view private home and apartment listings. You can view apartment complex listings. You can also search for roommates. We only list private home and apartment listings that have legal permits from the town, so you don't have to worry about that there. The apartment complexes are, you know, it's like a list of complexes throughout the area, so you know that these are all vetted and that they're all nice places to live. But if you ever did have an issue with a landlord or something like that, maybe a dispute or something that you don't like or something that you're not sure of, you can always reach out to us and we can get you connected with our legal clinic referral. You also have access to some safety resources on our website, you know, like your tenant rights, if you're not familiar with that. Maybe this is your first time renting, or maybe you're coming from out of the country and you're not familiar with the tenant rights in the USA. We also have some like fire safety and things like that, things like red flags to look out for. So there's a big list of resources on the website that I would recommend checking out. These lovely people here are commuter assistants. We'll definitely be diving into what that means a little bit more, but essentially commuter assistants are student leaders who their job is to connect with you and help you kind of acclimate to the campus. They're a really great resource to connect with, especially if you're feeling a little bit nervous. Maybe this is your first time in the area, maybe you don't really have any friends yet. This is somebody that we can connect you with that's kind of like a first friend on campus. They can answer any questions that you might have. So this next thing that I'm going to show you is a really cool video that they made for you guys. Kind of explains a little bit more about what they do and how you can use them as a resource. So I'll go ahead and play that.
What's a Seawolf?
I'm a Seawolf.
What's a commuter assistant?
I am a commuter assistant.
What's up, guys? My name's Hirsch. I'm a senior. I'm a psychology major.
My name's Taylor. I'm a junior and I'm an English major.
And I'm Nick. I'm a senior and I'm an EVH major.
And we're commuter assistants. You guys might be wondering, what are commuter assistants? Well, commuter assistants are a tight-knit group of student leaders on campus that help you commuter students acclimate to campus.
Whether you're a first-year student or a transfer student, we're here to answer any questions you might have. Whether it's where to find your classes, where to park, how to get involved, or anything else you might be interested in.
We also host a variety of events to help you meet other new students and learn more about resources available on campus. There are an endless amount of opportunities available and we're here to help you find them.
We're here to make this transition as smooth as possible. That's why we're here for you this summer before your classes begin, all throughout your first year and even beyond.
We know this time can be intimidating for you guys. We were there too when we were new students. However, we're here to help you guys out and help acclimate you to campus. So, to kick things off, welcome to Stony Brook.
I had a commuter assistant in the 2020 to 2021 school year. I knew I needed a commuter assistant because I had a lot of trouble finding my classes and I had a lot of questions. My commuter assistant was always there to support me and answer any of the questions that I had. My commuter assistant gave me a full tour of campus and was able to introduce me to new clubs and organizations that I didn't even know existed. I think that the CA program would help any incoming student just like it helped me.
As a returning non-traditional student being away from school for years, participating in the commuter assistant program was a great idea for me. It helped me to start the semester off with a built-in friend, a friend that can answer any questions I had as they come up, and even answer those I didn't think to ask. I feel like had I not participated in the commuter assistant program, I'd be wandering around campus to this day trying to figure things out.
So being a transfer student was definitely a difficult time, especially during a pandemic. And so, during my tour at Stony Brook, one of my orientation leaders said, why don't you check out the CA program? So when I got home, I did. I opened my computer, requested a CA. They got back to me immediately, which was great. And I got my CA, and that was the best decision I ever made. He made my transition at Stony Brook very easy, smooth, and stress-free. And, wouldn't have been a great year at Stony Brook if it wasn't for him.
I first got involved with the CA program over the summer coming into my first year of college because I'm an out-of-state commuter. I was matched with my CA and she reached out immediately and we did a Zoom call and she went over important campus resources and we even met up over the summer and she gave me a tour and explained the bus system, which was a great help. And then even over the course of the semester, I knew she was there and available to reach out to if I had any questions or concerns, and she would either reply with a quick message based on if I needed it or not. And overall, it's been such a great program, and I would strongly encourage you to check it out.
Now is the perfect time to request your commuter assistant. Just pause the video and scan the QR code, or visit our website and fill out the commuter assistant request form. The form will ask for some basic information, and you'll be provided a link to look at our commuter assistant video bios.
Our video bios will give you a glimpse of who we are and what we're into. We encourage you to choose someone based off similar interests, a common major, or just through our charming personalities. After taking a look at our bios, simply email us your top 3 choices.
Once you submit your top 3 CAs, we'll pair you up right away so we can get the ball rolling. You can go ahead and ask whatever question you want, or get a personalized tour of Stony Brook campus. We want to make sure this becomes your community. So let us help you make the most out of your first year here at Stony Brook. So set yourself up for success and request your CA today. We are so excited to welcome you to the Seawolf family, and we can't wait to help make Stony Brook your home away from home. So fill out that interest form!
commuter assistant, and I like to skate and play hockey.
Hi, my name is Jenny, and I like to draw on my villager. Hi, my name is Afia, and I love all types of photography.
Hi, my name is Peter. I love to play the guitar, and I also happen to have my own custom guitar business, and I built this one.
Welcome to Stony Brook!
All right, so I hope that was helpful in kind of giving you a little bit more of an overview of our commuter assistants and the great work that they do. So this is a QR code that you can use to fill out a request form for a commuter assistant, or you can also use the tiny URL link at tinyurl.com/CA request SBU. Right now I'm going to set a 1 minute and 30-second timer just to give any folks who are interested a moment to fill out the interest form, and I'll kind of go over the process for that. So essentially you will scan the code or use the link, and you will fill out the interest form. We'll get an email that says, hey, I'd like to request a commuter assistant, and then we will send you back a link that you can use to view all of the individual video bios that each commuter assistant has made. So you'll give a look through those, and then based on like your common interests, who you think you might vibe well with, you'll then send us back your top 3 choices, and from there we'll get you paired up with one of those commuter assistants, and your commuter assistant that you get matched with will then reach out to you, and you'll start the mentoring process, and they can answer any questions you have. They can give you personalized tours, show you where your classes are, get you connected with any resources that you might need. So definitely would highly recommend. It's not a required thing, but I would still strongly recommend that you go ahead and get yourself a commuter assistant, because it's just such a valuable resource. About 30 more seconds on the timer there. A few more seconds. Okay, so that's our timer. You'll have a little bit more time at the end if you didn't get to finish, so no worries there. Oops. Okay. So parking and transportation. This is a hot topic right now. There have kind of been a few changes that have happened recently. This is the Stony Brook University parking map. It is a little bit outdated. Some of the parking lots have been kind of swapped around in terms of who's allowed to park where. So, you know, this is slightly outdated, but structurally it's all the same. And this larger lot down at the bottom here, you'll see this big green square here. This is formerly known as South P lot. It's now called Lot 40. It is our largest commuter parking lot. So I'll kind of get into the permitting and, you know, where you can and can't park depending on what kind of permit you have. So South P lot, you can park there with either of the 2 types of permits. We have the free commuter parking permit, which only allows you to park in South P, and then we have something called premium parking permit, where you can park in South P, but you also will have access to parking lots that are more centralized to campus. As you can kind of see from the map here, this larger lot is a kind of a little ways away from the center of campus. So the way that we combat that, oops, what is that? Sorry about that. Anyway, so the way that we deal with that is there is a shuttle bus that will come in and out of the lot every few minutes or so, and pick up students who have just parked and take them to the center of campus so that they can be on their way and get where they need to go. So again, the premium parking permit will allow you to park closer to campus as well as in this larger lot. And the free parking permit, you can only park in the larger lot. The premium parking is $100 per semester. You do not need to get premium parking. It's not necessarily better or worse than the other option. It's really just up to you and what you feel like you want to do. So if you want more information about the parking permits, you would go to stonybrook.edu/parking. I believe there is a wait list for the premium parking, and in terms of the free parking, I think the application for that opens up on August 8th. So a few more days. Check back next week on, I think, Monday. Yeah, Monday I think is the 8th. So check on the website stonybrook.edu/parking if you're interested in signing up for a permit. If you are parking a vehicle on campus, you do need a permit. Unfortunately, it's not optional, so you either have to go with the free permit or the premium permit. Either way, whatever works best for you, but you just need to get a permit. So the Double Map Bus Tracker app is something that I recommend everybody download. It's a really helpful tool that will show you the comings and goings of all the buses around campus, you know, what stops they're going to be at, what time, how far away they are, where they're going, etc. So this is a really helpful thing, especially if you're going to be kind of moving around a lot between West Campus and the hospital, depending on what your major is, but you know, the buses are a really valuable tool, so I would definitely download the Bus Tracker app and just kind of keep that at your disposal. And then just really quick, the residential safety program down here, this is something that I like to highlight. Essentially, if you are on campus and you have to walk from point A to point B and you don't feel comfortable going by yourself for whatever reason, you know, maybe it's dark out or whatever the case may be, it doesn't even have to be dark out. You know, if you are finding yourself in a situation where you're like, oh, I really wish there was somebody to walk with me, this is what you would want to do. You would go to, you would contact 631-632-WALK. And then somebody in, you'll see them coming, they'll be wearing a very bright reflective vest. They will come and meet you wherever you are, and they'll walk with you to your destination and drop you off. So that's available to you at all hours, 631-632-WALK. Definitely a cool thing to have in the back pocket there. So really quick, we'll go over lockers. It's a storage option that's available to you. There are lockers available in the lower level of the Student Activity Center, and there will be lockers available in the Melville Library Student Lounge. Currently, that lounge is under construction. It is slated to be finished, hopefully, by the start of the semester. That area has been completely renovated, redone. Everything in there will be brand new. It's going to be a really nice space for our students to hang out. We're really excited about that. And looking forward to that being finished. So for now, there's no locker access in there, but by the time the semester starts, hopefully, you know, as long as everything goes according to plan, that will be open and available for use. Lockers are available approximately 22 hours a day. They do close super briefly just for cleaning purposes, but I'm pretty sure that they close at some weird, obscure hour in the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. or something. So for the most part, it shouldn't really affect you. If you want more information about lockers, you can go to stonybrook.edu/FSA. So now we're going to quickly dive into commuter meal plans. I won't spend too much time on this. This is readily available to anyone that wants to look into it for themselves. If you just Google Stony Brook commuter meal plans, it should be the first search result. I'll just kind of breeze through the most popular options that we have here. There are a ton more towards the bottom of the page. But you know, you can really just kind of go through it and see what works best for you, what kind of matches up with your needs. Commuters are not required to have a meal plan, but it is highly suggested, especially if you're finding yourself on campus very frequently. And you do save a little bit of money with the meal plan because you're getting 10% off the door rate at dine-in when you pay with your meal plan. So anyway, you'll see that these options on the top here are kind of tiered. They're all pretty much the same. So anyway, the commuter apartment 900, the cost for this plan is $900 per semester. This is good for about 5 to 6 retail meals per week. This is good for somebody who's finding themselves on campus about 4 to 5 days a week. So again, you get the $900 dining dollars, you're saving that 10% at the door. You get 6 bonus meal swipes per semester and any additional add-ons that you might want. Commuter apartment 600, very similar. It costs $600. You're getting 600 dining dollars. This is best for somebody who's on campus maybe 3 days a week. This will get you like 3 to 4 retail meals per week. You're saving that 10%. You get 4 bonus meal swipes with this plan. Any additional add-ons? Commuter apartment 300. It costs $300 per semester. You're getting 300 dining dollars. You're saving that 10%. 2 bonus meal swipes with this. Any additional add-ons? This is better for somebody who's maybe not on campus that often. Maybe you're only taking 1 class per day or something like that. So this will get you maybe like 2 retail meals per week. So it's a better option for you if you're not on campus super frequently. Down here we have Seawolf's Performance Plan. This plan gives meal swipes to eat at Seawolf's Kitchen at Eastside Dining or at Eastside or Westside Dine-In. Can be used anytime throughout the academic year, fall through spring. You're getting 50 meal swipes. That's divided into 2 semesters, so you'll get 25 each semester. The cost for this is $626 per academic year. Then we have our budget or prepaid plan. This is best for students who like to kind of like grab and go. You want to get an occasional coffee or quick snack on your way to class. You can't add meal swipes to this. Only commuters or students residing in an on-campus apartment or cooking building who fulfilled 1 year requirement for a meal plan can select this. You get $20 dining minimum to open. It's a prepaid cost. So those are the most popular plans. Again, we have a ton more down here. They're a little bit more expensive. Doesn't necessarily make them better. It just depends on what your personal needs are. So again, if you just Google Stony Brook commuter meal plans, it should be the first search result, and you can kind of browse through this on your own in a little bit more detail, see what works best for you. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so if you would like to connect with us, our email is right there, commuter_services@stonybrook.edu. We have our phone number. You can visit us in the Stony Brook Union. We are on the second floor of the Union in the Student Life Suite. That's Suite 205. Our website is stonybrook.edu/commuters. We have our Instagram QR code here at SBU Commuters. Facebook is facebook.com/SBUCSS. So here again is that QR code to request a commuter assistant if you're interested, or you can use the tiny URL link right here. So that's really all I have. I'll go ahead and open it up for questions now.
I know there's a lot of questions on parking. Jesse and I both shared links for the updated parking lot map. So, you know, the premium lot versus just the typical commuter lot, which is free. And then we also shared the link for the shuttle/bus times when they run, you know, how many there are and things like that. Linda asked, do you need to take a bus from lot 40? You don't have to. It is a little bit of a walk. I think it's about 25-30 minutes to main campus. So, you know, if you want to walk, you absolutely can, but we also have express shuttles that will take you about every 5 minutes from lot 40 to the Student Activity Center, which is kind of central to campus. And it does that every 5 minutes.
I would definitely recommend the bus. I mean, hey, more power to you. If you are in the mood for a brisk 30-minute walk, that's fine. But especially when the weather starts to become kind of terrible, I would just recommend the bus. It comes every few minutes. It's pretty reliable, so I would recommend it.
And then Brendan also asked what parking is recommended for HSC, which is by the hospital. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that if you are a commuter, you would still get a commuter parking pass, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. If you want, you can contact parking services if you have any like super specific questions about parking, but for the most part, I think, yeah, that's correct.
And then Miriam asked, since the parking permit is a wait list, do you automatically get a free permit if you don't accept it on the premium wait list? And the answer is yes, right? If you are a commuter student, you will be able to get a commuter parking permit.
Yeah, you should be able to. I don't know if it's automatic or if you have to, like, once you get denied, or if you get denied, I should say, the premium parking, then you would just fill out the application for a regular parking permit. It takes like 30 seconds, and they're available pretty quickly. But if you wanted to know the answer to that for sure, I would recommend contacting Parking and Transportation Services. But yeah, you definitely will be able to get a permit. I'm just not sure if it's like automatically you get sent you know, a regular permit if you get denied from premium, or if you just have to like be like, okay, I got denied, and then sign up for a regular permit.
Yeah, definitely check it out and, you know, make sure that you're checking up on the wait list. I wouldn't assume that it's automatic, but there's not like a limited amount of just regular parking, commuter parking passes. So you'll definitely be able to get one. And then Bryce asked, are the unlimited meal plans required for commuter students? No, they are not.
There's no sorry, I have to cut you off.
Go ahead, you got this.
There's no requirement whatsoever for meal plans if you're a commuter. It's not something that you need to do. It's not the same as a resident student who would be required to have a meal plan. You don't have to have a meal plan at all. You can purchase food with credit or debit card. Some retail locations around campus accept cash. I know that there's a good chunk of them that are not currently accepting cash, but you should have no problem with debit or credit card anywhere you go on campus. So again, I'll reiterate that it is not required for a commuter to have a meal plan. It's just strongly recommended, as I said, because you do actually end up saving a little bit of money. As I was talking about when we were going over the meal plans, you're saving that 10% at the door on dine-in. But you can, have a cheaper meal plan, have no meal plan, pay with credit or debit, whatever it is that is best for you. You can do that.
Mm-hmm. And then someone said, if you don't get off the wait list for premium parking this semester, are you automatically added to the wait list for the next semester? I would assume no. So again, make sure you're contacting parking services, check out the website, and be in contact with them. Another question, what is the building next to the east dining building? It is the student union. I'm not sure if there is a West Union on campus building.
I think you're combining West Side Dining and the student union. The student union is located right across from East Side Dining. That's us right there. Are buses free? That's another question. Yes, I forgot to cover that, but yes, buses are included in your tuition. You're not going to pay anything when you get on the bus. Those are, campus buses that are here to, help you get to and from wherever it is you need to go on campus because it's such a huge campus. But yeah, it's included in your tuition.
And then someone directly messaged me and asked, is there any student discount for commuters who take the LIRR or the Long Island Railroad? Unfortunately, there is not. So no, sorry about that.
I also got a direct message. Will anyone who applies for the free commuter pass definitely get one? Yes, there's no limit on that. So if you want the free pass, go ahead and sign up for it. It's super quick. The application takes like 2 seconds to complete. I think all you need is your license plate number, probably your student ID number, and just like, basic information, first and last name sort of thing. You can pick up your permits either in the union on the second floor. It's like toward the back wall. You'll see the parking window, or you can opt to have it mailed to you, whatever is more convenient. But I think if you come pick it up, it'll be a little bit faster.
Mm-hmm. And then again, just to clarify, Samantha said, I saw a new student union activity center. Not sure it's east or west. So there's many different buildings on campus. There's the student union, there's East Side Dining, West Side Dining. So the two dining kind of main locations, East Side and West Side, 2 different buildings across campus. And then there's the Student Activity Center and then the Union. So there are many different ones. So if you kind of look at the map, you'll be able to kind of point out the different ones. But there are many different, kind of resources and areas on campus to go to.
Do you know about what number on the wait list you would be pretty safe in getting a premium permit? No, I don't. I would, again, just reach out to parking services. If you want any updates on that, if you want to check your status at all, they would be the people to contact for that info.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, the premium is kind of a new thing. So, we're still trying to figure it out. So again, any questions about premium parking, definitely reach out to parking services. If you Google SBU parking services, you'll be able to get in contact with them.
I have another question. Without a student ID, how can I get into the student union? It's not locked. Anyone can come in. It's open to the public. So you do not need to scan to get into the building. You could just come in.
And then someone asked about orientation for Welcome Week. If I don't attend August 17th and 18th activities, you will have to do the required orientation makeup experience called Rome. So there will be other things that you will have to do. It's more like a virtual kind of modules thing. We absolutely recommend that you come for all of the mandatory and required events. It is a great opportunity to get acclimated to campus and connected to campus, kind of start your community. It is super important. And so that's why we encourage it so much.
Another couple of questions. When do they pick up their IDs? So for commuter students, you will have the opportunity to pick up your IDs at the Commuter Expo if you're able to attend. It's on August 16th. I want to say it's from 5 to 7 p.m. But yeah, it's definitely on August 16th. You can come grab your IDs. There will be a huge resource fair going on, so you can connect with other departments on campus. If you're not able to attend, I'm not sure when and where you pick up your IDs. Stephanie, do you have any info about that?
Yeah, so you would go to the union.
Okay,
Yeah, you can go to the campus card office, which is on the second floor of the union.
gotcha.
And then someone directly messaged me with a direct message me that said, off topic, but how do you RSVP for welcome week activities? Is there something specific? So something that I definitely want to speak to, check out SB Engaged if you haven't already. That's where all of the different events, mandatory and optional, will be, and you will be invited to the mandatory event. So if you're invited, then that means it is a required event. You have to go. You don't have to RSVP to the mandatory events. I think that some students that were invited tried to RSVP and were having trouble. If you were invited, don't worry about RSVPing. We expect that you'll be there. And so you do not have to RSVP. Don't worry about that. And then again, what events are mandatory? The ones you are invited to. And it will depend on the student if you're a transfer versus commuter versus first year versus, anything like that living on campus. And again, if you cannot attend the 16th, you will go to the campus card office in the union.
Can we bring a guest to welcome week? I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll make friends and be with other students. That's the whole point, is to, be around. So if that guest is an SBU student, yeah, but they have to be an SBU student.
Another question, can they pick up their parking passes on the 16th? I think so. It just depends on when you apply for it, if it's ready for you to pick up yet, but you can definitely, I'm not sure if they'll actually still be open on the time that the event is. Do you know? Can they pick up their permits that day?
I'm not sure. Jesse, do you know?
I feel like they might be able to because they open on the 8th. So as long as you do it around that time, it should be available by then, whenever you have to come on campus.
I'm just trying to think if the office itself will, like the window will still be open during the event because it's happening in the evening.
Let's find out.
Earlier than 5, I think you could probably grab it.
Yeah.
Also, someone asked about family. You shouldn't really bring anyone to welcome week because it's only for new students. And they're going to check you into events with your event pass. So everyone has to have that with them. So you can't bring people who are not attending the university. But they do have like a family barbecue event. I believe it's like on a Saturday, the first couple weeks of school. So there is an event for family members.
Someone else is inquiring about snow day policies and things like that. What is that alert system that you get the text messages? Is it SB Alert, or did they change the name? SB Alert, that's correct?
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you can sign up for, you'll get emails, like you'll receive a notification regardless, but you should definitely sign up for SB Alert. You can Google that, just Google Stony Brook SB Alert. It should be the first search result. Sign up for that. You'll get text messages sent to your phone whenever there's like a delayed opening or classes are canceled, or we're shutting down for the day, or whatever the case may be, depending on the weather. And you can also check the Stony Brook website as well. There will be plenty of communication in terms of like weather closings and stuff like that.
And then Bryce asked, when will we receive our schedule for welcome week? It said August 5th, but I still can't see it. New Student Programs is putting in the events as soon as possible. We are actively putting everything in. So we apologize that they're not in yet, but we are actively working on that. And so hopefully early next week you will. So as soon as we're able to, we will have them posted. Michael said, when do we find out which is required for welcome week? Again, log into SB Engaged, and the ones that you are invited to, you are required to go to those. They may not all be uploaded, but in the next week, they will absolutely be uploaded, so you'll know which ones are mandatory. And then Jesse, could you kind of speak to what the event pass is?
Yeah, the event pass is in the Cork app, so CORQ. If you don't have like a cell phone that has that app, they can put you in from your ID number and your name and stuff like that, but it's way easier if you just have the app. So just make sure you get the app. There is like a section, I can even show you if this opens on my phone now. There's a section that just says event pass, and it kind of looks like a QR code. So when you go to an event for orientation, the student leaders or whoever is working there is going to scan you in, and then that's how you get credit for attending the event. And that goes for every event on campus. They could scan you in for any event just so they know like who came to the event, how many people came, things like that.
And also to clarify, SB Engaged and Cork are the same thing. It's just different ways. So SB Engaged, you use that, you'd access it like through a laptop or a PC, but Cork is the mobile version. So it's the app. So it's the same thing. You do not apply or register for mandatory events. They did like a little mistake and put RSVP, so that's why some students are confused. Again, that's on us, that's our bad. You do not have to RSVP for anything that you were invited to because we assume that you're coming because it is mandatory. Again, someone said, hey, I'm unable to attend the ones I was invited to. You will have to complete Rome, the required orientation makeup experience.
Bye.
And
go ahead.
Sorry, someone else direct messaged me and said, it looks like there's multiple days for some of the Welcome Week events. Yes, it's a whole week. So there are events the entire time. There's not mandatory events every single day, but there are probably at least 2 to 3 days of mandatory events. So definitely like block that off on your schedule. Like that's when, you know, school starts. You might not have classes yet, but you're really getting acclimated to campus.
I got a direct message that says, will we be able to get the regular parking permit a month or two into the school year, or is it just per semester? So yeah, you can sign up at any point. If you don't have a car now, but you have a car later, yeah, just fill out the application. Only thing I will say though is that you're going to need a new one every year. So if you apply for a parking permit in December, you're going to need to get a new one after January 1st. So just food for thought. You can still get one. You're just going to have to get a new one as soon as the new year kicks in. There's another question down here that I don't quite understand. If you want to elaborate, do we get an email for when we get emails, or is that just the official day of school? I don't know what that means, but if you want to elaborate, we'd be happy to answer your question.
Someone direct messaged me and said that there's 2 general first year schedule. Do I need to attend one of them? I would attend everything that is anything you are invited to on SB Engaged or Cork, then definitely do that. You will get your ID if you're living on campus. It's when you check in to live in the residence halls. If not, you will go to the campus card office at the Union, and I believe that's an event as well.
I got a direct message that says, since I can't make the mandatory events, when do I complete the makeup?
So that's going to be something that you will be sent during fall semester. So it is asynchronous. You will complete it at your own time. I think you will get a hold on your account if you don't complete it by like the first semester, I believe. So get it done as soon as you're able to, but it might be a little while, like a few weeks or a month into the semester.
Yeah, the deadline should be by the time you have an enrollment for the spring semester. So maybe like November, October, whenever you have your actual enrollment, should be done by then.
Do you need your ID to get on the buses? No, you do not. You pay for the buses with your fees, so you can hop on even if you have your ID or you forget it. Someone said I also have general first year schedule listed twice. If it's the same events, I'm not sure if that means that's like a specific event or a schedule of many different things.
I think that might be, they might not have figured out like which exact workshop is going on during that time. So they just know that you have a workshop during that time, but we don't have the exact event that it's going to be yet.
Yeah, so they're finalizing everything. It might be a little confusing, but just keep checking. And then someone said, just to clarify, on what Welcome Week you come, and that's it. You don't have to let us know when you come, you just attend the events. Again, there are mandatory events and then there are optional events. We recommend that you come to as many as you're able to, because again, you're able to get connected to campus and start meeting people and get, figuring out where do you walk around and how do you get places.
So you're going to be checking into the events, guys. It's not that you have to like send an official communication to any of us and say, hey, I went to the event. If you'll recall, we were talking about that event pass on Cork. You're using that to check in to the events, correct? Yeah, so that's how you're gonna that will know that you attended the events, because your QR code will scan it and will know that you came.
Someone also asked, some of the parking lots closer to core buildings can be parked at after certain times or on certain days. So to clarify, parking enforcement stops kind of checking at 4 p.m. for like the staff and faculty. So if you have classes or you're going to be on campus later than 4 p.m., you could park in the staff and faculty lots. So that is something that's daily.
You can also park in the metered lots after 7 o'clock and not pay. So metered lots are available at all times, but you have to pay for them between the hours of 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. After 7 p.m., you can park there without paying for it. Faculty staff lots, just to reiterate, are enforced by parking between the hours of 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. So if you're on campus super late, you can move your car from a commuter lot to a faculty staff lot after 4 o'clock, or if you're just getting here at 4 o'clock or later, you can just go right to the faculty staff lot and you won't have a problem.
You will know if an event is mandatory or optional if you were invited to it in SB Engaged.
Yeah, I have the Cork app, if you guys can see this. Okay, let me turn off this thing. Okay, so can you see anything right now, actually?
No, it's really bright.
Okay.
Could
Okay,
you
but when you
potentially
open,
go on SB Engaged and share your screen?
yeah, that might be easier.
I'm getting a direct message that says, so for the events on Cork, for example, the general first year schedule, we don't have to register anything, right? We can just go, and at any time between the hours, it says.
Correct.
Okay, I'm not able to share my screen because
Let
I'm
me
a
make you a
participant.
co-host.
I can do it for you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Try again.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Okay, so once you go into SB Engaged, you should be able to see like the homepage would look like this. And then you can check all the events going on down here, but probably an easier way to see it on the website would be like this bell in the corner. You can see all the notifications. So if you can tell, like I have workshops that I'm assigned to here, and it says organization invitation. So same thing is going to happen for you guys. It should be under notification. Everything that you're invited to will show up there. In the Cork app, there's a section that says My Events under all the other events, and that will just show you a list of everything that you've been invited to attend.
And Jesse, do you know if they complete Jerome, if it's on their solar account?
I think they'll just send you an email of how to do it. It probably is not on solar.
And then someone said that there's an event that says wear your What's a Seabowl shirt. What if you don't have one? Surprise, you get a free t-shirt. You're going to get so much free stuff. That's another reason to come. Everyone has so much stuff to give you. T-shirts, pop sockets, magnets, water bottles, totes. Like there's so much stuff. But part of that is they take a class picture. And so everyone, I think, wears your What to See Wolf shirt or a class. There's a lot of, you're going to get a lot of free stuff. And so if they say like, oh, wear this or use that, it means you're getting free stuff. So absolutely go. And then, yeah, even if the email says that you invited to RSVP, you do not have to RSVP. If you're invited, you're good to go. Yes, Eliana, I think that's how you pronounce your name. You will get a free class of 2026 shirt.
Yeah, someone else asked, do buses from Lot 40 take you to the Health Science Center? There is one that takes you there. I think there's 2 buses that come from Lot 40. One of them is the express route that goes to Student Activity Center. The other one, I forgot the exact name of it, but the other bus goes to like Life Sciences, Health Science Center. So there is a bus that goes directly there.
Someone asked directly, how do transfer students get stuff? Go to the events. You're invited to events too. Any other questions as we wrap up? Amazing questions. Thank you so much for coming and participating. Really appreciate it. We're happy to, stay on a couple more minutes and answer any other questions you have. If you still have questions or are confused, you can always call or email our office, New Student Programs. We're happy to direct you in the right place. Definitely, if you haven't signed up to get a commuter assistant, is that what they're called, the commuter assistant? Yes. Definitely check that out. They're there to help you as well. Someone said, where should we park during Welcome Week?
I think you can probably pick up your permit and park in commuter parking by then.
That sounds right. Someone said they've been invited through email, but they don't see it on their SB Engaged. Just wait a little bit. Again, they're kind of working out the kinks, uploading everything, putting all the events in there. So wait a couple days and I'm sure that it'll show up. Someone said, if you're invited somewhere, where do you go if it doesn't show the location? All that will be updated, so you'll be able to know where the location is. Someone said, are parking free that day? Whenever you're parking like on campus, if you're parking in a commuter, staff or faculty, something like that, you will want to make sure you have a parking pass. You always want to have a parking pass. Parking lots are on Google Maps. I don't know if they're specified for which lot that they are, but if you Google SBU parking maps, you'll be able to see which lots are like which ones for the premium or just the regular commuter, anything like that. And then Jesse, this question I think you'll be able to answer a little bit better than I do, but someone direct messaged me and said, when tuition bills show up on Solar, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. And then
so it should show up on August 15th for the fall, and it will be due on September 15th.
There's a question that says, if cars are damaged in one of the lots, does the school have insurance coverage for that? So I don't know, but what I will say is, good question for parking services. However, you should have car insurance. I don't think that you can have a car in operation without car insurance in New York State, if I'm not mistaken. So if there's like some sort of hit and run situation, that should be covered by your personal car insurance. I don't know that there's some sort of like umbrella protection for students. You can ask parking services. It's not something that I've heard of, but you should be able to take care of that through your own car insurance.
Awesome. One last question before we head out. Just to reiterate, someone said that they received an email saying that the event was mandatory for Welcome Week, but they're wondering, how do they show that they attended that? So again, get the Cork app. It's the same thing as SB Engaged, but it's the app version. And then on that, there is an event pass. That is how they check you in. So once you attend, you'll show them your event pass through the Cork app. Jesse did it, spelled CORQ, and you'll be good. Recommend probably pick up your commuter parking pass by August 8th.
Yeah, I would say maybe that day that you come for welcome week, just first stop at the union, pick up your parking permit, just bring back to your car, and then go park your car in the commuter parking.
Awesome. Thank you so much again for all of your questions and thoughts and everything like that. Thank you so much to Victoria and Jesse for helping out, sharing their expertise on all of the different things. And again, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. You'll pick up your ID during welcome week. As soon as you get there for welcome week, head over, pick that up. It will be ready. As long as you uploaded your picture. Upload the picture to the campus card office. They sent you an email. But have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Hi, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I just see like from the SB Engage, because I am a transfer student, so I see on the general transfer student schedule, the welcome week is like August 19. But when I look at the Stony Brook new student and transfer transitions program websites, it says the transfer student is August 18. So I'm not so sure which day I have to be attend.
Yeah, I can answer that. So it's different for each student. Whatever comes up for you is the day that you have to be there. I believe it is August 19th for most transfer students. So that's that Friday of welcome week is when your required events will be.
Oh, okay. So after I go there, I just like, okay. And I just use the core for like get the parking, like the lot 40, because I don't have any permit right now, the parking permit. I'm still waiting. I already paid for it, but I'm still waiting. They like send me, like mail it for me.
You're looking for the free commuter parking or the premium parking?
Like the I already register for the premium parking permit, and I'm still waiting for they send me the permit card, I think.
Okay,
So,
you can pick that up in person. If you go to the Union building, you can go on the second floor to the parking services office and you can pick up the permit there. So whenever you come to school in person, you can pick it up that day.
yes, I understand, but I have to like show the card so I can park the car. But I don't like, how can I like park the car and then get the permit? Like where I park the car, I have to pay for it.
Is there not going to be any like designated parking for welcome week? I would think that they would have like signage.
Honestly, they didn't tell us any information about that. So we all just assume that you just park how you normally would on a normal day. So because they should have all the parking permits available by then, but I know it is like that one.
If you do get a ticket though, you can dispute it. Like, don't pay it. If you do get a ticket, just don't pay it. I would go on, if you get a ticket, it's going to get automatically uploaded to your Solar and there'll be instructions on how to dispute the ticket. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. They really shouldn't be ticketing during welcome week to begin with. I would be very surprised if they're going to be super strict about that during welcome week because they know that people don't have their permits yet.
Yes. One more question is like, you just told me we cannot invite any guests, but I'm a new driver, so I'm a little bit scared like driving to there because I'm living in Nassau. So
yeah, you can bring someone to come with you, but they won't be able to attend the events. So they can still be on campus because it is a public campus, but they're just not allowed to attend the events with you.
Oh, okay, understand. Just to make sure. Thank you so much for your helping.
You're welcome.
And have a great night. Bye.
You too.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting if there are no other questions. Give it like 10 seconds, see if anybody. All All right, looks like everybody's logging off. So thank you again, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you all during Welcome Week.
Bye.